On behalf of Chinmaya Mission South Mumbai, we warmly welcome everyone gathered here for today's satsang by Swami Aparajitananda Ji on the topic, One Solution for Many Confusions. Pranams and a very warm welcome, Swamiji. Thank you for taking the time out to be with us today. We request Anjali Ji Junjunwala, President, and Reena Ji Rajpal, Vice President, Chinmaya Sagar Zone, to welcome Swamiji with a small token of our appreciation. We have all had the opportunity to listen to Swami Aparajitananda Ji in the past. But for those who are meeting Swamiji for the first time, here is a little bit about our respected speaker. Swami Aparajitananda in his Prempuri Ashram was an electronics and communications engineer. After working for 5 years as a lecturer in an engineering college in Bangalore, Swamiji resigned from his job to follow his inner calling to study the Indian scriptures. After that, for 2 years, Swamiji underwent an intense training at the Sandipani Sadhanalaya in Mumbai and then joined the Chinmaya mission full-time. On Mahashivratri in 2018, Swamiji was given Sannyas Diksha. Being extremely fluent and eloquent, Swamiji's clarity on the scriptures are reflected on his hugely popular talks with clear and concise explanations and discussions. Swamiji has held discourses in different parts of the country and is a regular contributor to various publications. Swamiji has served at the mission centers of Karnataka in Bangalore, Mangalore and Shimoga. His talks are available on the Chinmaya Mission YouTube website. We are indeed blessed to have you with us, Swamiji. Please note, there will be a question-answer session at the end of the talk, followed by our Puja Gurudev, Swami Chinmayananda Ji's Aarti. With pranams, over to you, Swamiji. Hari Om.
Hari Om. Shankara Guru, Jaya Shankara Guru, Shankara Guru, Jaya Shankara Bhagavad Pada, Shankara Guru. Shankara Guru, Jaya Shankara Guru, Shankara Bhagavad Pada, Shankara Guru, Shankara Guru, शंकर भगवत्पाद शंकर गुरु अपार महिमा गुरुनाथा कृपा सागरा गुरुनाथा अपार महिमा गुरुनाथा अपार कृपा सागरा गुरुनाथा गुरुनाथा जय गुरुनाथा सद्गुरुनाथा गुरुनाथा 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 सद्गुरुनाथा गुरुनाथा दीन दयालो गुरुनाथा परिपूर्ण कृपालो गुरुनाथा परिपूर्ण दीन दयालो गुरुनाथा परिपूर्ण कृपालो गुरुनाथा गुरुनाथा जय गुरुनाथा सद्गुरुनाथा Om Namo Namo Om Humble prostrations to one and all present here. Our topic is one solution for many confusion. What is that one solution? There can be only one solution, and that is Bhagwan. There is no other solution. So, what we are going to discuss today is the concluding portion of Bhagwad Gita. In the 18th chapter, Bhagwan having given all the teaching, then Bhagwan concludes it. And the way Bhagwan concludes it, it is very, very touching. So that's what we are going to discuss today. Right? So we will be discussing from verse number 61 to verse number 66. 18th chapter. The concluding portion. Right. So, I will chant the verse, you repeat once, okay? Ishvara sarvabhutanam hrideshirjuna tishtati Brahmayan sarvabhutani yantrarudhani mayaya. Yes. So Bhagwan is saying, Arjuna, Ishvara, the Lord, sarvabhutanam, in all beings, hrideshe, in the heart, tishtati. So where is Bhagwan? Bhagwan is there in the heart of everyone. We can experience that Bhagwan in our heart. What is he doing sitting there? Brahmayan sarvabhutani yantra arudhani maya. With his power of Maya, what is he doing? Brahmayan. He is making all the beings revolve like yantrarudhani. Just like the puppets, suppose there is a machine and upon that some puppets are mounted, and when that machine rotates, what happens to these puppets? They also helplessly rotate. So what is the point? The point is the whole world is governed. The whole world is in total control of the Lord. As they say, even a dust particle cannot move here or there without His command. To such an extent, this world is governed. It is totally under His control. Everything is under His control. He is sarvajna, sarvashaktimaan, and sarvavyapi. Sarvajna means what? All-knowing, omniscient. Sarvashaktimaan, omnipotent, all-powerful. Sarvavyapi, all-pervading. Right? So therefore, this world is in safe hands. Okay? When you see all these imperfections in the world, don't be miserable. Everything is perfect in this world. We must have the maturity to understand that perfection of the world. My suffering is not because the world is imperfect. My suffering is because I am imperfect. Our purpose of this world is not to improve the world. We don't have to do it. There is a Lord who is there to take care of the world. My job is only to improve myself. Right? And that Bhagwan is there in the heart of everyone. So therefore, Arjuna, next one, 62. Tameva sharanam gaccha. Sarvabhavena bharata. Tat prasadat param shantim. Sthanam prapsyasi shashvatam. Yes, Tameva sharanam gaccha. Arjuna, surrender to Tam, that Supreme Lord alone. Sarvabhavena, wholeheartedly. May you surrender unto that Supreme Lord wholeheartedly. This is the only job you have in life. This is the only purpose of life. Then what will happen when you surrender? Tat prasadat, by His grace, param shanti, prapsasi, you will attain supreme peace. What is that you want? You want peace, isn't it? That you will get. You will get supreme peace and shashvatam sthanam prapsasi. You will attain that ultimate award of the Lord. Yes, it is possible to become one with the Lord. It is possible. That state of perfection is called shashvatam sthanam. That state of immortality, that state of perfection, that state of bliss, that state of infinity, that state where there is absolutely no trace of imperfection. That state is that state of Bhagwan. It is possible to become one with Him. Surrender unto Him. This is the parting message of Bhagwan. Okay. So these are the verses. If possible, you must by heart it. Okay. Surrender unto Him alone. This is the message of Bhagwad Gita. This is what Bhagwan tells Arjuna to do. Then what does Bhagwan say? See the next verse, 63. Iti te jnanamakyatam guhyat guhyataram maya vimrishetadasheshena yathechasi tatha kuru. So then Bhagwan says, Iti te jnanam akyatam. Arjuna, I have told everything. Whatever has to be told, whatever knowledge has to be given, I have given you. And what is the nature of this knowledge? Gukhyat gukhyataram. It is, the greatest secret I have given you. So what is this greatest secret? Bhagwan is there, not somewhere outside. He is residing in our own heart as the very consciousness in us. Now tell me, where is God? Are you conscious? Are you conscious? Unless you are sleeping, you will be answering this. Okay. Bhagwan says, this Chaitanyam in you, that is me. And not some Krishna in some Dwapara Yuga or someone. No. When Bhagwan says, I surrender to me, who is that me? It is so very close to us. It is closer than even the very life breath, isn't it? That consciousness because of which you are aware of the world. That consciousness because of which you are aware of your thoughts. When you sit for meditation, you say, Swamiji, my mind is wandering. How did you know? In which light of awareness did you know? That light is Bhagwan. You see? So he is so very close to us. But how many people know this? We are searching for God here and there, everywhere. Whereas Bhagwan is right there where you are. The very I, which we all the time use, that I, Aham, in its purest form, it is Bhagwan alone. See? So this, Bhagwan says, Gukhyat Gukhyataram, it is the greatest secret because very rare few people know. And even when it is told also, people don't believe it. Isn't it? Greatest secret. We think that we are in the world. What does Bhagwan say? No, world is in you. You are that infinite consciousness. You are that consciousness which is giving existence to the world. The world has no existence other than consciousness. That consciousness is you. Tat Tvam Asi. That you are. The greatest secret. I am the center of the world. So with this reverence, we must meditate upon this consciousness. When you are sitting for meditation with closed eyes, pay attention to that consciousness with all whatever Bhagwan has taught. Understanding the glory of that consciousness, that infinite nature, then you will find that the mind becomes quiet. And as the mind becomes quiet, you start intensely, you start experiencing the nature of consciousness. What is the nature of consciousness? Sat, Chit, Anand. So that Anand aspects become deeper and deeper, more and more intense as the meditation progresses. And then what happens? You start feeling that Bhagwan is always there with me. Even when you are transacting with the world, but part of the mind is always in touch with this consciousness. So you are handling the world, you are dealing with people, etc. Yogaratova, Yogaratova, Sangaratova, Sangavihinaha, Yasya Brahmani Ramate Chittam. What is his experience? Nandati, Nandati, Nandati. Constant, uninterrupted bliss is his experience. This is the purpose of life. So Bhagwan says, Arjuna, I have given this great knowledge to you. This great secret I have given. Vimrishya etat asheshena. May you introspect, may you analyze whatever I have taught. May you reflect upon it. Think deep. Completely. And then, yadhechasi tatha kuru. Yatha ichhasi. Whatever you like, do it. Do whatever you feel right. Now, do whatever you feel right. There is some harshness, isn't it? Now it is no more my responsibility. Now it is your responsibility. As though it has such a tone. Now see the next verse, which is very touching. Verse number 64. Sarvaguhyatamam bhuyah Shunu me paramam vachah Ishtosi me dridhamiti Tato vakshyami te hitam. Yes. So Bhagwan said, Yadhechasi tatha kuru. You do whatever you feel right. Now it is your responsibility. But again Bhagwan says, no Arjuna, you should do whatever I want you to do. I am not going to leave you. Sarvaguhyatamam, this greatest secret. Bhuya, once again I am going to tell you. Shrume paramam vachara. Listen to the supreme words, the supreme teaching of mine. You must listen to this. I am not going to give you any fear. You have to do what I want you to do because I can't see you suffering. You see, I can't afford to lose you. See, all these feelings are there. You see, Bhagwan's love for his devotee. Arjuna, I want you to listen to me because Ishtosi dridham iti. Dridham ishtosi. I love you so much. Therefore, tato vakshyami te hitam. Therefore, I tell you what is good for you. You see, why is Bhagwan loving Arjuna so much? You see, when you do what pleases him. When we do what pleases him, we become the recipient of his love and affection. Just like parents. When the children do what we tell them, then there is an extra love and affection, isn't it? Our children we love, but obedient children we love more. There is a general love, there is a special love. Yes or no? Yes. Now as far as Arjuna is concerned, if you see some of the stories in his life, amazing devotee. I am sure you must be knowing all those stories. Duryodhana and Arjuna comes to Krishna. Isn't it? What does Bhagwan say? What is going to happen? Do you want me? I will not take any weapon. Do you want me or do you want my army? Narayani said. Duryodhana said, war is going to come. What is the use? If you are not going to take any weapon, I want your army only. What did Arjuna say? Bhagwan, it doesn't matter. Even if you are not going to take weapon, you be with us. That is enough. This is called true love. Isn't it? Unconditional love. No condition. This is one. Later on also, the obedience of Arjuna is amazing. In the war also, whatever Bhagwan said, without questioning, he would obey. The best example is, Karna was there, trying to lift that, wheel. The wheel was stuck. So according to the laws of war, you are not supposed to attack a person who is not waging war with you. What did Bhagwan say at that time? Arjuna, chop his head off. Then Arjuna did not argue with Bhagwan. Bhagwan, it is not right. It is against dharma. No. Bhagwan, if you have said it, that is over. Full stop. Just get it. I don't care what the world will tell tomorrow. The world may, criticize, humiliate. What you have done is wrong, Arjuna. You are a coward. You have killed a great warrior. When he was not even waging the war, the world will criticize. But what did Arjuna do? Bhagwan, if you have said it, that is over. This is called total obedience, total surrender. I don't care about my name, fame, respect. My job is only one, to obey the law. That is why Bhagwan is showing so much of love and affection towards Arjuna. Literally, you can feel as though a mother is, mothering the child. Yathechasi tathakuru. You do whatever you want. That is yathechasi tathakuru. But immediately again coming back, no, Arjuna, you should not do whatever you want. You should do what I want. Because I know what is good for you. This is called, love becomes possessive. Worldly love also becomes possessive, isn't it? When you intensely love somebody, you start forcing that person, your likes and dislikes. This is right, you must do it. So very many times what happens is worldly love becomes a suffocating love. Isn't it? You don't allow any freedom to the other person. See, as far as the worldly love is concerned, that may be a defect. But as far as the divine love is concerned, it is not a defect. Bhagwan will not give his devotee any freedom. And that way, that lack of freedom is a blessing. Because what is good for us alone, Bhagwan will do. Suppose the child is going to catch some fire, what will the mother keep quiet? You see? When we live obediently, following the instructions of the Lord, we become Bhagwans. Bhagwan start feeling, this devotee is mine. Bhagwan start feeling that. You see, a neighbor's child is using some abusive words. This mother will not. But one's own child using such words, immediately she will give to. Isn't it? You see? Why? This child is mine. In the same way, Bhagwan also should feel what? This devotee is mine. That is our success as a devotee. And what will happen? He will not allow you to do anything wrong. How he will protect you? That guilt feeling becomes so intense that the moment you even think of doing something wrong, the pain becomes unbearable in the heart. What is the sign that we are progressing spiritually? The sign is you love doing what is right, what is dharma, what is righteous, you love it. And what is wrong, adharma, you can't even think of doing it. Conscience split becomes very intense. How intensely that conscience split is, you can say that is a measure of how much you are close to the Lord. Are you able to follow what I am saying? A criminal, he does crime, but there is no guilt feeling. Why? He is far away from the Lord. That mind has become so dark that light of the Lord is not able to penetrate that darkness. Whereas as far as a devotee is concerned, he is in light. So every indication of the Lord. You see, every moment the Bhagwan is speaking to us. Are you aware of it? Every moment. In fact, every state of the mind is nothing but his voice. When you do something good, mind is peaceful. What does it mean? It means Bhagwan is appreciating your good work. When you do something wrong, when you think something wrong, mind gets disturbed. There's a cause-effect relationship. The moment you entertain some negative thought, mind is disturbed. What does it mean? Bhagwan is not happy with your thoughts. See, Bhagwan is not happy with your intention, your action. So every disturbance of the mind, somewhere Bhagwan is talking to you. We must have that wisdom, that sensitivity to decode this message which comes from the Lord. This is a sign of a true devotee. So once we are in tune with the Lord, just like a train always goes on the track, the devotee also always goes on the track. He is never confused. Right? So how to gain that kind of nearness with Bhagavan? Obey him. Obey his instruction. What is one thing which he loves the most? Dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. The purpose of avatara is dharma samsthapana. So the one thing which he loves is dharma, righteousness. So therefore in our life also, we should be clean in all our dealings. Thought, word, speech, let us be clean, pure, divine. Then what will happen? Slowly you start experiencing his presence in your heart. Is it possible to experience God? Of course, yes. Why not? Bhagwan himself has said, Ishvara sarvabhutanam hrideshe Arjuna tishtati. Bhagwan is there residing in the heart. If Bhagwan is residing in the heart, why is it that I am not experiencing it? So we say, we are not experiencing it because the heart is not rendered pure. In an impure mind you don't experience. In a pure mind you experience. It is something like a huge magnet is kept, a piece of iron. If that iron is pure, it will immediately get attracted, isn't it? It's a natural thing, it's a spontaneous thing. That iron piece will get attracted to magnet. But if the iron is rusted, if it is covered with mud, etc., then that pull it will not experience. Isn't it? So in the same way, experiencing Bhagwan is natural to a pure mind. So therefore what we should do? We should purify the mind. How to purify the mind? Make all our karmas, all our dealings pure, clean. Right? This is the essence of karma yoga actually. Converting through performing our duties, we purify the mind, and when the mind becomes pure, we experience his presence. So Arjuna, I love you immensely. intensely, ishtosi, me dridamiti, tato bhakshyami te hitam. Therefore, I am telling these words which are beneficial to you. Again, two verses. Verse number 65. Manmana bhava mad bhaktaha madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishyasi satyam te pratijane priyosi me. Yes. So Arjuna, once again I will tell you the ultimate teaching. What is it? Manmana bhava, mad bhaktaha bhava, madhyaji bhava, mam namaskuru. Four instructions are given. Then what will happen? Mam eva eshyasi. You will attain me. You will become one with me. Satyante, I am telling you the truth. Pratijane, I promise you, you will reach. You will become one with me. Priyosimi, you are extremely dear to me. I will only tell you the truth to you. You see, these verses are, soaked in love. So the four instructions are given. What are they? Manmana bhava. Manmana bhava means what? Fix your mind in me. Meaning, pay attention to me. Manmana bhava. Pay attention to me. Listen to me. Listen to my loving guidance. Mad bhakto bhava. Become my bhakta. Let there be bhakti towards me. What is bhakti? Bhakti means devotion. But what is that devotion? Love plus respect. You can say it is devotion. At the mind level, you love God. At the intellect level, you value God. Why do you value God? You value God because that God as consciousness is the very support of the whole world. Minus that God, there is no world. Just like minus water, there is no wave. Minus gold, there is no gold ornaments. In the same way, minus God, minus consciousness, there is no world. The whole world is just an appearance upon consciousness. So therefore you value it. Consciousness is the only reality of this world. It is only Sat-Vastu. It is the only thing which is existing. So through intellect, you value Bhagwan. And with the mind, you love Bhagwan. What you love? Anything which gives you peace, happiness, etc., you love. So mind is loving God. Intellect is valuing God. That together, that feeling is called bhakti. Loving something higher is called devotion. Loving something lower is called asakti. Asakti means what? That is attachment. Asakti. Something lower. So when you get attached to something lower, what happens to you? You fall down. When you get attached to something higher, you rise. Mad bhakto bhava, then mad yaji bhava. Yajanam means actually sacrifice. Yagam. In yagam, what do you do? Homa, havana, yaga, etc. You offer, isn't it, into that fire. In the same way, may you offer all your likes and dislikes unto me. Madhyaji bhava. Means what? Whatever we do in life, our question should be, will my Bhagwan like it? Then only I will do it. If my Bhagwan does not like, then I will not do. Then what you have done? You have offered your likes and dislikes unto Bhagwan. This is true sacrifice. In the third chapter also this term comes, yajna. Yajnarthat karmano nyatra lo Sangoyam karmabandhana tadartham karma kaunteya mukta sankas samachara. Perform action with yajna bhava. What is yajna bhava? You are offering yourself for Bhagwan. Self-sacrifice. So really speaking, in the Homa Kunda, that fire is there. The fire represents the fire of knowledge. In that fire of knowledge, you are putting that jiva bhava. Right. Self-sacrifice. Bhagwan, what you like, I will do. Madhyaji bhava, mam namaskuru. So action should be done with this attitude. When the results come, what should be our attitude? Namaste. Namaste means what? I bow down. Bhagwan, I bow down to your will. No complaining, no grumbling. Bhagwan, if you have given me this, this alone is the right thing for me. I have no complaint. This is true bowing down to the will of the Lord. Bhagwan, I know you are not only my wish fulfiller, you are also my well-wisher. So what is good for me only you will do. So with that trust. So what happens to such a devotee? His mind is always at peace. So this is the practice we have to do to become a devotee of the Lord. What are the four things? First one, manmana bhava, pay attention to the Lord. He is constantly guiding us. Listens to the guidance and then act accordingly. In life also, whenever you are confused, you don't know what to do, there's a very good instruction. Just pray to the Lord. Bhagwan, I don't know anything. As Arjuna did. What was Arjuna's prayer? Karpanya dosho bhavata svabhava prachhami tvam dharma sammodha cheta yachreyasyan nishchitam broditanmi shishyasteham sadhimam tvam prapannam. So one devotee went to Pujya Swami Aparajitananda Ji Maharaj and said, Swamiji, what should I do when I am confused? So then Aparajitananda Ji Maharaj said, chant this particular verse. 7th verse, 2nd chapter. Karpanya dosho bhavata svabhava. So Arjuna surrenders unto Bhagwan in that verse. Bhagwan, I am totally confused. I don't know whether to fight the war or not. What is right, what is wrong, I don't know. Please guide me. I am your Shishya. Please teach me. This is the essence of that verse. So Akhandanji Maharaj said, every day before going to sleep, chant this. And miraculously you will find the solution for your problem. So even if you don't know this verse, don't worry. You can just talk to God. He is always with you. He is in your heart. It's not necessary that you have to chant great mantras, etc. Not necessary. Speak lovingly. He is always listening. Every day you keep talking to God. That itself is a great meditation, great prayer. It's not necessary that prayer should always be in Sanskrit, etc. Not necessary. You understand the language of your heart. That's all you need to do. Talk to God. Bhagwan, I am confused. I really don't know what to do. Please help me out. And miraculously you will find, you will get some guidance. You will get the inspiration. From within he will say, go this way, don't take that, this. Just follow it. Okay. He is ever guiding us. You listen to him. Manmana bhava, mad bhakto bhava. Let there be love and respect for him. Then madhyaji bhava. Don't do things according to your likes and dislikes, your vasanas. No. I like it, therefore I do it. No. If this way you go, then samsara will be the result. For the infinite past we have been, punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam has been happening. It will continue. So now as a devotee, how should I live? Will Bhagwan love this? Then I will. And what is that which Bhagwan loves? He will always love which is dharmic. Dharma means what? Righteousness. What is righteousness? What is good for everybody is right. is good for the samashti is right. In the welfare of the samashti alone, the welfare of vyashti lies. Right? Never do things which is good for me but bad for others. No. That Bhagwan doesn't like. Selfish attitude, no. Right? Matyaji, Mam Namaskaru. When results come, go down to the Lord. Cheerfully accept whatever has come from Him with prasada bhavana. In this way, if we live, we become closer and closer to the Lord. As we become closer and closer, what happens? Then there is a greater responsibility also. The more you are close to God, the greater is the responsibility. What responsibility? Responsibility to obey Him. And you will find the moment you disobey, you have had it. Mind will be extremely disturbed. But that disturbance is also sweet because you feel that yes, now there is somebody who is taking care of me, who is concerned about me. You see? So in this way, if you live, Bhagwan says, Mameva Eshyasi, you will attain me. No doubt about it. It's my promise. Satyante. Arjuna, you are extremely dear to me. Therefore, I am telling you this. And then comes the last verse, which is a very famous verse. Sarvadharman parityajya Mamekam sharanam vraja Aham tva sarva papebhyah Mokshayishyami ma shuchah. Yes, this is the last teaching of Bhagwan in Bhagwad Gita. Arjuna, sarva dharman parityajya, giving up all your dharma, mam ekam sharanam vraja, surrender unto me alone. Then what will happen? Aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami, I will free you from all defects, all imperfections, all bondages. Ma sucha, don't grieve. Giving up all your dharma. Now what does it mean, dharma? Now, so many meanings are there. According to context, we can take different meaning out of it. The first meaning is all the negative addictions, imperfection, can be kama, krodha, etc. I know that it is wrong, but it has become a nature of mind. Dharma is nature, you see. For a chain smoker, smoking has become as though his nature. That is dharma. For a drunkard, drinks becomes his nature as though. Without that I cannot live. That kind of. So one meaning of this verse is, whatever addictions you have, negativities you have, imperfections you have, something which you know that it is something bad and I have to give up, but then you don't have the strength to give up. Again and again you fall. Addictions are like that, very difficult. So one meaning is, whatever such things you have become a slave of something. Bhagwan says, surrender to me, I will ensure that you are free from that. This is one meaning. Very practical meaning. Yes. Any addiction you can win over, any weakness you can win over by surrendering unto Bhagwan. In fact, very many addictions we just cannot win over without God. Bhagwan himself says that. Devi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya, Bhagwan says. Nobody can win over my Maya. But one exception is there. What is the exception? Mameva ye prapadyante mayam etam. Those who surrender to me, they can cross over my Maya. There are so many weaknesses like kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, are very, very powerful. With our effort, we can never win over them. Then what you have to do? You have to hold on to Him. Who is He? Sarvashaktimaan. infinite power. What will he do? Teshamaham samudharta mrityu samsara sagara. He lifts us, makes us free from all kinds of addictions, makes us a master of our mind and our senses. This is one meaning. Sarvadharman parityaj. So there dharma means what? Some negative thing which has become a part of our life, which we are not able to come out. This is one meaning. Second meaning is dharma also means duties. Duties. So we all have duties, isn't it? Family duties are there, professional duties are there. Now what is Bhagwan saying here? Sarvadharman parityajya mahamekam sarva. Give up all your duties. What does it mean? Our greatest duty is to worship the Lord. The primary duty. Why is it so? It is so because life has been given by Him. Abilities and talents are given by Him. Yes or no? Even the family members are given by Him. The professional duties are given by Him. The world is maintained by Him. So therefore, worshipping Him, being grateful to Him is our primary duty. What is the mistake we do? The Lord has given us everything. We have forgotten the Lord, and then we say, no, I am busy with all these family things. I can't come for satsang about that. God is forgotten. It's like a child, child has forgotten the mother, now the child is busy with the toys. Will the mother like it? I have given you birth, I have given you the toys, and now you have forgotten me only. You see? So therefore our primary duty is to remember the Lord, be grateful, never forget Him. And then, does it mean that we should give up all our family duties and say, no, do it. But let it be a worship unto the Lord. Bhagwan you have placed in such and such place. These are the duties you have given. May I perform these duties as a worship unto you. Then on one side you are doing your duties also. Your family members are also happy. You are getting your money also through provision. On the other side, just this change of attitude and you are moving closer and closer to the Lord. You see how beautiful. So you say, I am a devotee first, then I am a professional. I am a devotee first, then I am a mother. I am a wife, etc. That responsibility duty come later. But what is first? I am a devotee. That is my primary identity. This is called sarvadharman parityaj. Not that give up everything. Then also Bhagwan will not be happy. You have your husband, children, etc. and you go away. You think Bhagwan will be happy? Never. So dharma with respect to duty, this can be the meaning. And the ultimate meaning, the Vedantic meaning is sarvadharman parityaja means what? Today in my ignorance, I think my dharma is body, mind, intellect. Yes or no? Dharma means what? The nature of a thing is called dharma. The nature of a thing without which that thing has no existence. That is called as dharma. For example, what is the dharma of fire? Heat. Without heat, fire has no existence. What is the dharma of sugar? Sweetness. Without sweetness, sugar has no existence. In the same way, what is my dharma? That without which I have no existence. So in my ignorance, I think body is my dharma. Because when the body is dead, I am not there. So Bhagwan says, sarvadharman parityaja, that is not your dharma. I am your dharma. Without me, you are not there. You see? In fact, the Jivatma is nothing but a shadow of Paramatma. Shadow, can it have an independent existence? No. Shadow has no independent existence. In the same way, Jivatma has no independent existence. He exists in Paramatma. So who is the real dharma of ours? if it is a dharma, you can't give it up, isn't it? So this statement itself is a contradiction. Sarva dharman paritejya. How can you give up your dharma? It is like telling fire, give up your heat. So the very fact that dharma can be given up shows that it is not my actual dharma. Out of ignorance, I think it is my dharma. Bhagwan says, body is not your dharma, mind, intellect is not your dharma. Your dharma is consciousness. Shift your attention to that. That is me. So recognize my presence in you. I'm always there with you. Recognize my presence. Shift your attention there. All your sorrows will end. Sarvavyapi moksheshyami. You will become free from this repeated infinite birth, death cycle. You will be free from all the karmabandhanas, the bondages. Ma sucha. Don't grieve. There is a solution for your sorrow. Your sorrows can be put a full stop, not a semicolon or a comma. A full stop can be put for all your sorrows. Ma sucha. Right? This way the teaching gets over. See? So the point is this: through our worldly existence, let us inch ourselves towards God with every action. Let every action becomes a worship. Actually, in worship, what do? You offer flowers, isn't it? What is the nature of flower? It is fragrant, it is fresh, it is tender. Our actions also should be like that. Fragrant. That is true worship. Right. Okay. So, now we can have some question answers. Do we have a mic? Long mic which can go till back?
Any questions?
Yes.
Over.
Over.
Loud enough.
Okay.
Alright. So, sorry, thank you. That was a great discussion. I love it. There's just one thing which always confuses me. On the one hand, you say Bhagwan is in control. This is a perfect world. Don't worry. He has it all sorted out. On the other hand, you say that I am in charge of my actions, my karma, my results, all are mine. Correct? Sometimes he is the substratum. Sometimes he is guiding us through our conscience and telling us, do this, don't do that. And there is a little bit of.
Correct. I understand. Swamiji, your words are contradictory. On one side, you say Bhagwan is taking care of all of you. No, I will give you a beautiful answer. You see, if the baby is a newborn baby, what will be the attitude of mother? Everything mother takes care, isn't it? If it's a grown-up one, what will the same mother say? You are responsible. Yethechasi tata kuru. Isn't it? Don't blame me. You do something. So, to the extent you are nearer to God, He does everything for you. You are not given any freedom. And then, in that pure heart, you come to know that everything is taken care of beautifully. See, it is something like this. Your perception of the world will change according to how close you are to light. Suppose there is a light. You are very near. Then there is no confusion, isn't it? Everything is clear. But as you go away from light, what happens? The rope is no more seen as a rope. Rope is seen as right? If you are nearer to the light, there is no problem. But as you go far away, confusion starts coming. And finally, there is thick darkness, you don't see anything. Right? So, in the same way, when the mind is extremely pure, such a devotee says, Bhagwan is taking care of everything, everything is fine. So that is a statement made by a devotee in his own experience. Because something is righteous, he finds an inspiration from him. That inspiration he knows it is coming from Bhagwan, it is not mine. So Bhagwan, you are the doer. But as you go away from the light, suddenly the ego props up. Remember, ego is that snake. The ego says, no, there is another option also. Remember, in light there is no option. There is only one rope you see. But as you go away from light, what happens? You start doubting, is it a rope or snake? Correct? In the same way when the ego rises, remember, going away from light means what? The ego in you is becoming strong. Ahankara is becoming strong. God is becoming, yes. So when that ego rules, then suddenly you find that there are so many options. And remember, they are not options, they are all wrong paths only. The ego starts misguiding you. So a person who is ruled by his ego, what instruction we can give him? See, if you obey the ego, you had it. Are you able to understand?
Yes, thank you. So he really isn't the substract.
Huh?
He's much more than the substract.
What?
So therefore, Bhagwan, as we know him, is far more than the substract.
Of course, yes. He is our father and mother. Pitahamasya jagato mata dhata pitamaha. All the fathers and mothers in this world. From where did they become father? It is he.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Right. Yes.
Swamiji, then what is the role of our karma, all our collective karma? So we have to pay for them, no? Whatever we've done.
See, again.
How does that result?
So, you are worried about your past karmas.
And the karmas that we're doing now.
And now onwards you must be straightforward because after teaching again you should do the same thing. See, as far as past is concerned, yes, this is one question which devotees ask, so only fine from now on I will be a good child, but what about all the... But see, Bhagwan said, you see, if suppose a child which has done something wrong comes to his mother, I have done something wrong, please forgive. Will you punish the child? Forgive, isn't it? In the same way, Bhagwan forgives. That is what is all the sanchita karma gets burned. You can't punish the child because the child has done something wrong. If the child is in that asking for forgiveness, apology with tears in the eyes, that mother forgives all the sins, isn't it? Bhagwan is also like that. So don't worry about your past sins and all that. Definitely it is possible. Yes.
I am Swamiji. We say that surrendering to the Lord is the solution. But letting go in daily life is the challenge, is the most challenging thing. So, as a beginner, when we start walking the spiritual path, what are the practical things that we can start doing in our daily life? That slowly we reach towards the stage of complete surrender.
Abhyasa is the way, Amma. Practice. See, as your understanding about God improves, that He is omniscient, then automatically surrender happens. Today the problem is, God is a stranger for us. So surrendering becomes very difficult. You understand? So what you have to do is in your day-to-day activity, whenever the problems come, take to God. And when you see the solution, suddenly you find that yes, there is somebody listening to me. You see? If you take your problem to God, definitely you will find a solution. And every time solution comes, what happens to your faith? It improves. Faith improves, relationship improves, trust improves, love improves. And slowly you get a better understanding about God. Then surrender becomes very easy. So therefore the beginning stage is this. Every problem take it to God. Talk to Him and say, Bhagwan, you have to empower me to fulfill this job. Right? This is the way. Is it easy or difficult? Easy. Yes.
If our past karmas are all forgiven by God, why is there resilience happening in the world?
Because nobody is seeking forgiveness. No, I am right. Other fellow is wrong. As long as you justify your mistakes, Bhagwan will not like it. You have to pay for it. With all humility, with his repentant heart when you come, Bhagwan will wipe away all the mistakes, sins, everything. If you want to know God, just you think, your own child is coming. You see, Bhagwan has to be taken as a mother, father, etc. Why is that we are going through this family drama? What is this family drama? You are born as a child, then you receive the love of father and mother, then you grow up, you become a father or mother, then you give love to your child. Why is this drama being enacted again and again? To understand how Bhagwan is loving us. So when I have gone through that stage of being a father, mother, etc., I know how I love my child. I know how my father loves me, isn't it? Giving love, receiving love. This drama, Bhagwan makes us play so that we can understand his love. So just whenever such doubts come, you ask, if my child comes like this, will I forgive the child? Suppose the child comes, no, that boy only hit me, therefore I hate him. You will not forgive. Any fellow, your own son, you will not forgive. If the fellow has done something wrong and he is justifying it, will you forgive? You can't. But when the child comes with very sincere, repentant heart, your heart melts, yes or no? Yes, Bhagwan's heart is also like that.
Swamiji, to hear the explanation of the last 6 verses of the Bhagwad Gita from you in person has been the biggest blessing for all of us. Our humble prostrations and pranams to you, Swamiji. We will now have the Aarti. May we request the Aarti Yajmans, Peenaji Kejriwal and Kanchanji Parekh, and if anyone else would like to be a Yajman today, please join us.
आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की दिव्य रूप मूर्ति करुणा की आरती सद्गुरु की चरणों में उनके शांति समाए शरणागत की भ्रांति मिटाए पाप आरती सद्गुरु की, आरती सद्गुरु की। बोलिए श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। ओम स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः। गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं। लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु। काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी। देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः। ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः। ॐ सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु। सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु। सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु। सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः। सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः। सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। अततो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम।
Those who wish to take prasad and offer Guru Dakshina may please come forward in the queue and take it from Swamiji. We would like to thank the staff and management of Prempuri Ashram for their help and support towards the event. We thank you all for your presence here and look forward to welcoming you again in the near future. Hari Om.